Understand, cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune it to the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune it to the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune it to the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune it to the Tech Shamans. Cool.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's
Is that John's voice?
I got my voice.
Do I hear
well.
John? You've got about 80% of it back.
I got it kind of back. Right?
Hark, do my ears deceive me?
Very good, very good.
I'm trying to be very good. Lily did not talk a lot this weekend except for Saturday, and that actually Sunday I took a day off and didn't talk much at all. It was really good.
Man, I wish I'd been around you then.
Hey,
Oh, did I say that out loud?
I'm sitting right here, man. It's just kind of mean. Anyway,
I know, but I'm on the phone, so I don't have to acknowledge your existence.
everybody's sharing and all this kind of fun stuff. you
Yeah,
know.
that's exactly what we're doing. We're
So,
sharing the show.
it was a good weekend. It was. I mean,
The
temperature.
weather was amazing.
I'm like, this is
OMG.
great,
I mean, it's like, where's the Ren Fair when you need it?
right?
This was perfect.
And
I
we
even posted
may
that.
have found a great place for Ethertopia.
Ah, yes. Let's keep that a secret. Shh. So, yeah, we have a whole lot of great stuff that happened this weekend.
Yep.
Including on Sunday, I decided to go, speaking of Ethertopia, start clearing out some of the construction debris that was still sitting there from 2 years ago. And
That's always
just
fun.
really start clearing stuff out. And, you know, just it looks so much better.
Yep, I'm sorry. We're listening.
No, you weren't. No,
You
weren't.
cleared
You
that
don't
stuff,
care.
and it felt really good.
We did a trade show this weekend too. That was really
We
good. It was an
did.
outdoor trade show, which is cool because transmission rates are much lower outdoors, and so we were able to actually like converse and speak with people. And it was nice getting out there. I felt bad for a lot of the vendors because like the public didn't know about it apparently.
No, they did. Just not enough showed up. But
And yeah,
for us, it was absolutely phenomenal. We got
Yeah.
to meet people that I mean, there was out of the 20-something that was there, I knew 3.
wow.
And I'm like, I never knew.
You
these
usually know
businesses.
everybody.
I do normally know everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
you've been
like,
sued by most of them, so
Right,
yeah,
well,
you know, arrest warrants are out.
Yeah. Never convicted.
Never convicted. Never convicted. Never paid out a penny in damages.
Yeah, but yeah, I knew 3, and the rest of them I
Yeah.
had.
No,
No
it
idea.
was great. I love walking around because these are people who are really wanting to support and build their growing businesses.
Right.
And so this is talk about a great mindset. Just to be around these people,
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Very positive. Even though the crowd wasn't huge,
Yeah.
very positive. And it was really, I tell you what, it felt good to get out and actually talk to other businesses. I mean, we talk to businesses in here, but
Yeah,
it's getting out and talking to them that's
yeah, it was really
kind
good.
of a big deal,
Yep,
in my opinion.
yep. It was fun.
It's always a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
What'd
I
you do
mean,
this weekend, Adam?
Yeah. Did you tech anything this weekend, or did you work this weekend?
I'm thinking.
Did you cook?
Well, yes.
Okay.
We
That's a
ate
big
food,
family. They always cook.
Too. We always
It's never a small thing
Yeah,
to them.
it's
You
never-
found a new
small
restaurant,
thing.
I understand.
Yes, found a new restaurant we can eat at. So that's a new.
You've been kicked out all the other ones?
No. It just you just don't want to have
Turn
to
it out,
drive.
fair
there.
play here.
You don't wanna-
Exactly.
I don't want to. No, it's not all you can eat, so it's good. So, you meant no more green tea for you.
Get out.
Don't do
So
that.
no,
That was racist.
yeah. No, I spent the weekend putting up ceiling fans and stuff, and
that's right.
moving stuff
Yeah.
around. And,
That's always
just,
fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of a lazy weekend because it was too cold. I really like doing stuff outside, so
To what?
too cold. It's too cold.
Too cold.
Too cold.
If it could have been this, if we could have this weather that we had Saturday forever, I'd
No.
be-
No, Saturday was awesome.
There's this guy on TikTok that's hilarious that does the videos that
What's TikTok?
TikTok.
Go ahead.
It's an espionage show.
He is not
Spyware.
wrong. He is so not wrong.
There's this gentleman that does there's these clips, and it's hilarious. He'll come outside and he's Florida, and then he also portrays whatever's happening in events. And one of them is he puts himself dresses in blue, and he dresses himself like Cold Front. He's Cold Front.
Oh,
He's like, oh man, what are you doing here? He's like, what's going on, man? What's the problem? He's like, man, can't you just go away? It's just, you got to watch it because
The problem is he always comes in with a bucket of water in front of him, to soak everything.
It's funny,
and then he shows up.
It's funny because at all the different scenarios that we as Floridians have to deal with,
Yeah.
he's like right ahead. So as it's happening here, he's already posting it. And it's like you can understand and it's the funniest thing. You got to see it.
Okay. Well, thank you. I suppose we would need to get the TalkTick app.
Yes, you should.
Yes.
You should.
Where do you find that TalkTick app? Is that an Android thing?
Oh no, you
Is that an AOL?
You go to the NSA's website. NSA's website, and you download it there.
Yeah. Also available from the CCP.
Yes, exactly. And what's the China one?
That was the
China
CCP.
one. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was thinking, no, CCP's Russian.
No, CCP is the Chinese Communist Party.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So there we have it.
Russia's home site too.
But now, yes, you can get it from the KGB.
Here, TalkTick is right here for you. Download,
TalkTick.
please.
God, I want to go buy TalkTick.com now. It's so
TalkTick.com.
badly.
We can go follow Vladimir Putin on his
That's
TikTok.
it, man. So what we do is we go to we start TalkTick.
Yes.
And we go find everybody's TikTok and reverse it and play everything backwards.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Stop, Johnny. Just got rid of our business idea.
Sorry.
Damn.
So
TalkTick.
normally we lead off with this just good out of the gate technology, but we're going to start today.
Coolest thing in the history of ever.
Star Wars 4. Right?
No. 1. It was the first movie.
That's
Star
right,
Wars
Star Wars
1,
1.
which is the
I'm
fourth
trying to get
movie
you-
they made, yes.
Okay,
But
remember when Anakin was
a
pod
kid,
racing?
pod racing. And who could forget the sound? Yeah.
So now
We
you
do
can
Foley.
actually start your own pod racing.
Yeah. Well, more or less. This thing looks absolutely amazing. Yes, it is a quadcopter, but it is so sleek you can't even see the pieces.
Wouldn't that be
on
an
the side.
octocopter? There's 8 blades.
There are 8 blades?
8 blades. Top and bottom, top and bottom, top and bottom, top and
Oh,
bottom.
okay. So it's an octocopter.
Octo.
Sounds like a giant blower while it's going across the ground.
That would probably sound really cool. I mean, honestly, as it approached you, it probably would sound like the pod racers. Just because sound doesn't travel in a perfectly straight line, and there will be reverberation waves,
Just
you will
another
probably
drone.
get that wah, 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 wah sound out of it.
You could.
Getting hit by one of the blades is a lot
that
more
would
disgusting than getting hit by a car.
But it's cleaner. But I mean, you look at how tiny the blades are, and you're like, you got to be kidding me. Which is why there's 8. But this thing is just phenomenal. And it's funny. I looked at it and I went,
Click on launch down there. That is the MK4.
yeah.
I mean, that is
She is just
beautiful, isn't it?
Mortal
The
Kombat
funny thing
4.
is, you look at it, and I looked at it, and the first thing I thought was P-51 Mustang from World War II.
Yeah.
And then I went,
Yeah?
no, British Spitfire. And then I went hunting, and there's actually a France-made a D520 that is almost, it looks like you just chopped the tail off
Right.
of a D520 and chopped the wings off and added little helicopter blades. And it looks so much like that.
That is super cool.
It is an awesome piece.
So is this going to be like, if they come up with a design, this will be like the design that you have to go with, but then you could do modifications to make your airspeeder faster.
Probably.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
would
gonna
think
open
so.
up a whole new class of
So it would be
racing.
like Formula X
Yeah.
racing.
And this thing is built strictly for racing.
Yes.
I mean, if you ever-
Oh yeah,
if it-
there are no safety features on this thing.
I was gonna say, yeah,
It's like-
to make it where you could actually bring it into the public, you're going to have to put guards around all the blades.
Yeah.
And a little
Yeah.
bit more of a landing.
Well, they already have quadcopters they're building for public use.
Right.
Okay, and they've
this looks
got
cool.
the screens around. But this thing, this is the Ferrari of quadcopter.
Yes,
right
but,
here.
But is the FAA going to be watching?
I wonder if they have to
Slow
register
down!
it.
They're going to build a flight tower right above the thing and they're watching it go down. And every time there's an accident, they got to get the black box. And next thing you know, there's a federal investigation.
Right.
Just because. Oh, my God.
I got rear-ended by another copter.
Yeah.
Now I've got to go through the FAA.
And now it's all
They're
federal.
putting it back together in his hangar to make sure I wasn't me at fault or the other
There you
guy
go.
was at
Yeah.
fault.
And, it's like, well, where are the skid marks? Well. Oh, you mean chemtrails, right? Chemtrails.
Yeah,
there you
now
go.
we're getting chemtrails.
Hey, they all have to let out blue smoke out the back so they
Right.
can figure out what's going on.
Right.
There you have it.
Oh my God, too funny. But anyway, I figured I would lead off with something really kind of funny, and
That is very cool.
it was really good.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about the first thing is an ex Google employee is going to build his own search engine
Yep. And it
Isn't that
looks
the way it always happens?
right down the road from Google too.
Yeah, their office
Literally?
is right
He'll
down the
die.
road.
He'll have a case of kill himself.
He will be suicided.
He will.
It's interesting because the name of this thing is Venti. No, what is it? That's the size. Neva, Neeva. And what they're doing is they're saying, okay, you
Neva
don't
Noble,
need
Neva.
to have all of you. You don't have to give away your information to have a great experience. And so what they said is, but if you want us to be able to provide you with quality service, you're going to have to pay for it. So they're running on a subscription plan. It's under $10 a month. It retains all of your data that you need, that tracks for you, that keeps your searches relevant to you, that does all the important things that you're doing right now, but allowing what is basically complete 100% spyware into your life. They're saying, no, okay, for $10 a month, do it with real privacy. And it goes beyond the web platforms. You look at DuckDuckGo, for example.
Go.
That keeps nothing. Okay, I mean, it's like they're like, it's gotten so much better. Oh my God, it used to be so bad. It's like, you'd look up pizza places in your town and it would show you, like
Pizza Hut.
pizza ingredients from Shanghai,
Oh, God have mercy.
I mean, it was like, it was really struggling, but the more people that use it, the better and better it gets. But DuckDuckGo does it all without retaining anything. So nothing is really customized for you. You have to customize your own search.
And I gotta say, I'm going to give him. Let's see, the young man's name is coming in right now.
don't think that's how you pronounce it. but-
Sridhar Ramaswamy.
So
And he's literally going to be 3 miles from Google.
Right. Well,
That boy's got some balls. I'm just saying.
may I please point out that is the furthest away you can get from Google in the United States?
Jeez. That's
Okay.
funny.
Honestly, I mean they picked the spot because it was.
And
the
I mean, he's
furthest away.
coming out of the gate charging immediately.
Yep. Good for
$10.
him. Good for him.
So Anthony,
Yes.
please tell us where, because you can build a search engine,
Yep.
okay? But there has to be a place where they get some of their data, especially if it's like local listings, things like that, because not every website's set up properly.
Of course.
Well, that's NSA.
So where
FBI,
are they
CIA.
getting where do they mine their data from to be able to scour the internet without infringing upon, other search engines, possible.
Well, scouring the internet is
Scour.
not.
Scour.
Yeah, you have the bots that
Maze.
go
I'm
out.
sorry, crawl.
Okay,
Crawl,
yeah,
yeah.
crawling the internet,
Stop
scouring the
scrolling.
internet, whichever one you want to call it. But having web crawlers which now makes me think of Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
Spider-Man.
So
I just think
No,
about
you're
I think
making
about a
it
bunch of
you can.
metallic little spiders.
yeah, straight out of Lost in Space, the movie,
Right.
1998. No, what you end up with is, and this is really funny, a lot of people don't quite understand how this works. The big expense for having this is not the development of the website or the crawling. That's not it at all. It's to give you fast results. Because what they're not doing is you come in, you go looking for pizza places in my area. They don't go, okay, everybody, all hands on deck. Let's send out bots right now to search for websites that are pizza places in the area, and then it finds them and brings you back. And so that's not how it works.
I know how it works. I figured it out. They have a room full of dudes and dudettes that have the old yellow pages. Here it is. Give it to him. It's the addresses right here.
They build the database by ripping apart a Yellow Pages book and they're feeding it through a scanner, OCR, and we're edit. That address has been changed.
Okay, but that's how Google started.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, but the point is, what they do is they are constantly scanning
So you're telling me
the internet.
we're always going back to the yellow pages.
Yes, one way or another.
Around to the yellow.
No, they're scanning everything on an active basis.
Mm-hmm.
And then what they do is they bring back snapshots and snippets from those websites. Then they index them their own way with their own algorithms. This is where the algorithms come in. Okay? So that if you say pizza, it knows the difference between, fresh cooked pizza for takeout or pizza ingredients for you to take home. It knows which one you're looking for. And so it's not going to show you ingredients.
And so it's not going to give you 3.14.
Yeah.
Well, here's
there you go. Yeah.
So here's something that's a little different. Our services are not directed to children under the age of 13 or other age as required by local law. We do not knowingly collect personal information from children. While individuals under 13 may utilize our service, you must do so only with the involvement, consent, and supervision of your parent or legal guardian.
Right.
But that doesn't stop anybody from making a Facebook account and saying I'm 13.
True. We have that coming up.
Except remember, hold on. This is paid. So your 13-year-old or your 12-year-old has got to have hold of a credit card.
Which they can.
In order to set up the subscription.
Well, parents can set up debit accounts.
Sure they can. That's between the parents. But not like a Facebook page where you can go to the library, and open a Facebook account. And so the child predators are better. Go on Twitter, where child predators can find you. Okay, and the whole.
Sorry, that's Roblox.
There you have it. So what it does is it creates this giant database, which it then farms its own database. That's how it can get you the answers fast. Which is why if you've ever done a search on like a little bit of a weird item, and you get all these dead links. It's because they haven't scanned it. The sites are now dead. The page is gone. And you can go back and look at the search, but it says it right there. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I need the next 3 words in this sentence, but that page is gone because it was indexed 4 years ago.
Right. Anthony, I have an idea for you.
Should we do this off the air? Hold on.
We may have to. Hold on.
All right.
Wait, he left it up because I was going to say. Do it, guys.
Ready?
Okay, we're back.
All right. So that moment of silence was brought to you by Adam's brain.
But it's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
It could be a good idea.
Could be.
We'll tell you that later.
Look at it. We got to do a SWOT analysis.
We'll investigate and verify.
SWOT analysis, PAPA analysis. There's a lot that has to go on here.
Exactly. We've got to run it by the NSA,
Just get them to sign off on it.
Yep, sign off.
How much data are you collecting? The more likely we are to approve.
We need to see how much money we can make. So we're going to jump over to you.
Uh-oh.
Google AdWords, as well as, but before we go there, we're going to talk about what you talked about last week, because literally at the end of the week, what he spoke about happened to one of the clients, one of my oldest
very next
clients.
day.
The very next, it was the very next day, wasn't it?
Yep. I have learned I have a superpower.
We have a client, right, that maintains their own website. They just host on us. Well, I get this phone call. Hey, why is my website not working?
Can't get in the back
And I
end.
go, I don't know, why is your website not working? Well, you host it. I'm like, yeah, but you take care of it. I'm just a parking lot.
Yeah.
You're paying me to park your car. I don't maintain your car. If your car starts leaking oil, that's not on me. Well, come to find out, he couldn't get in his back end. And then he had some people trying to search for a website and they couldn't find it at all. I logged in and they're www. There's the website, right? But he goes, you can see it. I'm like, yeah. So I started taking him screenshots. He goes, well, I can't even see it. So I said, let me go try to log into the back end. I couldn't get into the back end. I went through my GoDaddy account and I tried to get in my back end, and I still could not get in the back end. As a matter of fact, I still can't get in the back end, but I know I'm going in the wrong way. I already know that. So it had been now. Show this picture, Rob, real quick. This group here is the one that took over. Took over the.
Okay, that was a bad cut. This is the group that took over.
Right here.
Yes.
Hacked by Black Shadow from BGHH.
They literally leave a calling card. They leave a text file in the main hosting saying, "Hi there, we now control your account. Have a nice day."
And now
wasn't. They could have gone for ransomware at that point, okay, because they had full, complete back-end access.
Yeah.
They shut out the client from being able to access the back end. Shut everybody out, okay? I mean, literally to the point where, and when I went and looked at it, I pulled it up, and I'm looking at it, and it says there are, get ready for this, 87 updates that needed to be done on the website. Now, this is a 2-page website.
Literally 2 pages.
2 pages. There were 87 updates behind, and those updates, I cannot tell you enough, okay, are absolutely crucial because every one of them is a backdoor to a hacker when you don't run the updates. So what we ended up doing, just so you're aware, we salted the corpse and burned the bones. We literally, I went through and was deleting all of the files. Okay, and because the way they run this malware is you can't delete everything at once. You've got to go through files,
right?
And you can't just grab everything and delete it. And because of that, what you end up with is somewhere out there's another copy of it, and it'll auto-propagate right back again. And I'm watching files reappear that I just deleted. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. We had to go all the way back up, all the way back to server level, and literally blank the entire account. Now, if you think that we were able to save the client's website, you're wrong. Because I just told you that all of that code, all of that malware is all buried in 1,000 different files and 1,000 different lines of code.
They were data mining
everywhere. Right? And here's the deal, though.
Yeah.
This group is the one that was responsible for hacking the equivalent of the Israeli Federal Reserve, and then also a large Israeli insurance company, and grabbing all of their data. But here's the point: this little website in Florida, for this little company in Florida, was actually a part of that hack. Because what they were doing was they were rerouting the server and using it for brute force attacking. They were using this server, putting the code in so that it would just start sending different password and username combinations into the back ends of these financial services websites.
Was the IP blacklisted?
This one?
Yeah.
No.
No, we didn't.
No, it didn't get hit. Okay, but this is what they were doing, and we found some of the software in the back end, okay, before we completely obliterated it.
And this is the reason we love GoDaddy. Because GoDaddy sat on the phone with him and went, okay, let's go through this. He had his developer sitting there going at it. He was going at it. GoDaddy was going at it, and GoDaddy goes, oh, here you go.
Yeah, so we were able to pull it all together, okay, and get we had to go in and rebuild the site from scratch. Okay, in order to accommodate this. So, this is, again, second time, and if you have thousands of dollars just sitting around and your website hasn't been updated in a couple of years, you have a simple choice to make. Yep. You better have those thousands of dollars sitting around to rebuild your website because either A, you want to get it done, or B, you have to get it done. And the last thing you want to do is the have to. Okay, because really bad things can happen. Your IP can be blacklisted. At that point, you're screwed because you are known as, you cannot send emails, you are toast.
Yep.
All right, so keep all that in mind. That was, last week's segment, and the next day we got the phone call on that.
Just like you, we're going to get to you. So let's talk about Google AdWords real quick.
Yes. This is going to be a real quick thing, and this is about the importance of monitoring your internet advertising, however you're doing it, you need to have a plan and you need to be watching it, because there are all kinds of things that look and sound like they're really, really working for you. And there are a lot of things that, there's an old saying in advertising, and that is that I know that 50% of my advertising dollars are wasted. I just don't know which 50% it is. Okay? And it's absolutely true. It is almost impossible to follow this stuff and figure out what it is you're supposed to be, doing and how. But we were talking with a new client, and they had been spending, get ready for this dollar figure, this is going to blow your mind, $7,000 a month on Google AdWords.
Wow.
Okay? This is an insane amount of money for anybody but like an attorney.
Was that AdWords or AdWords Express? Because AdWords Express.
AdWords.
Okay.
Okay. And so they were spending $7,000 a month on AdWords.
Crazy
And had been doing, I wanted to, one day they decided, like, you know what? We're just going to stop and deal with the consequences. Their business had been growing month by month by month, like 5% a month, whatever it was. Again, that's how they were growing. And so they went ahead and they killed the Google AdWords. And they wake up and they start watching and nothing happens. They keep growing 5% a month. Everything's fine. They had been spending $7,000 a month, $84,000 a year for 3 years. That is over $250,000 they spent.
That's crazy money.
For nothing.
Yep.
It may have worked at the beginning, but they were never tracking it. They were never monitoring it. They were never changing it up and figuring out what worked better, what didn't work. Okay, how are we helping? How are we hurting? What happens if we go to 10,000? What happens if we drop to 5,000? Nothing.
What happens if we stop to 1,000?
Yeah, what happens if we stop? And it's
Right.
But it's because they weren't doing any monitoring of this that they were just spending the dollars.
What a
And you
way to
wonder how
increase
Google
profits.
gets big?
Yeah.
What's that?
I
Yeah.
said, what a way to increase profits.
Yeah, for them.
Well, I tell
Instantly,
you,
bang. They
this,
basically hired 2 more employees on the spot.
Yeah.
And they're actually delivering.
So here's the thing, and again, once again, I heard this word in my own studio the other day, and I literally cringed. And actually, I went out after I heard the words when the segment was over, and I said, "That's wrong."
And he had a drink.
And then I took a shot of tequila. Anyway, so
Purely
the
for
word
medicinal purposes.
SEO still are driving me insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
SEO is done one time when you set your website up. And anybody comes in and starts trying to sell you, well, you need weekly and monthly and daily SEO. No, you don't. You need to leave once your site is up and running and your SEO is done, if you keep messing with that Google and Bing and Edge and what's the other one now, any of them.
Whatever.
They will stop crawling you if you keep changing it.
They're going to get confused.
They want you to figure out what you want to be when you grow up, basically, right?
Yeah.
So you get the right terms in there. SEO is done one time. AdWords is different. It's not SEO, folks.
No.
And that's what people are calling it. Like literally, the girl sat here on one of our shows, and I almost didn't want to air the segment because she was wrong. Well, we changed it up. We check the weekly SEO and make sure it's gone. I'm like, that's no, you're not.
No. There is SEO and there's SRO, which is search result optimization.
Right.
Okay.
And that's AdWords.
And that can be AdWords. No, actually it isn't.
Well,
Okay. It is if, no, you're looking at keywords, not AdWords.
Right.
Okay. Those are
that's right.
keywords. Okay. And what you're looking at is when you set up your site, you set it up so that Google can easily, or any search engine can easily track it. Okay, that's search engine optimization. That's like you're buying the car, you're making sure that it's got the modified air manifold, okay, so that it's okay for street racing. All right, that's one time. But what you need to do is continue to put the best quality gas in the car in order to keep it running. Because what you're doing is you need your site to be regular and fresh and alive, and you do that with a combination of new content directly related to your topic in a way that nobody else is talking about it. That is original content. So copy pasting stuff or having people writing generic content for you is worthless, because as soon as it shows up on a second website, which if they're out there selling content, it's going to be on a second website. This is how they make their money. Okay, then what you're going to end up with is you're going to get dinged for writing what is basically syndicated, copy. Yeah, and nobody sticks to that stuff.
No.
And so that's what Google is actually measuring. So when you are doing search result optimization, okay, there's nothing on the back end that's happening. It's new content and how you present it. And that is something that is learned and then done right and done, and it is done every week.
Right.
Okay, but it is not done by an outside service. It is not done to the back end of your website. Okay, it is exactly how you run your website, because Google is tired of the info farms.
Trying to manipulate their system.
Click
As I was
farms,
saying.
click farms trying to, because they don't want to send people to clickbait.
Nope.
And this black hat stuff, as opposed to white hat stuff, which, most of the things that everybody's coming in, if they're talking about optimizing your SEO on a weekly basis, guess what? That's black hat.
Yep.
That is what Google hates. Google sniffs out, and Google will shoot you for it. You will be delisted.
Yeah, big time.
If you're doing that stuff. And so that is the point in making sure that what you are doing is 100% honest, 100% organic, okay? And it has to be reliable, regular, repeated. It doesn't matter if you write similar articles to what you've already written, as long as they're your own articles that have already been written.
Right.
Okay? It's a new way of looking at the same information, because your job is to build a gravity well that just sucks people into your website and keeps them there.
And they love
because
it.
the information is what they are looking for specifically. And that's how you look for keywords, is what is it I'm actually selling here? And which almost leads into another segment I wanted to do, but decided to do the AdWords thing instead, because it really is, it's so important that you're monitoring what you're doing.
Right.
I mean, it used to be the days back when we used to take, back in the old days, we used to take people out of the yellow pages. We had entire training sessions on how to get people out of the yellow pages, because these lawyers were paying, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month to have a full color, full page ad in the yellow pages. And as it turns out, nobody actually shops the full page ads.
No, they're always looking for a number.
They look down the listing, and you know what they look for? It used to be the important number was your exchange number. Does anybody remember what that is? That's the 3 digits after your area code is your exchange. That meant that you were near them, you were local, and that's all they had to look for. And that's how that's how like 80% of the people shop the yellow pages.
Right.
And so all you had to do was make sure you had a name that began near the beginning of the alphabet, which is why you see A, plumbing and heating.
That's so annoying.
And
A1 attorney.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is because you want to be near the top, because people exchange shop. And then they take that money and you tell people to go look for you in the white pages. Remember, everybody would say, oh, look for us in the yellow pages? Why the hell would you do that? Here, go look for me. I'm in a list with a bunch of my competitors. Yep. And here's their phone numbers as well. So go look for me there. No, never tell somebody to go look for you in the yellow pages. Okay, that's just like find me on Facebook. Yay.
Good luck.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. Well, I mean, it's like find me on Facebook in a whole different way, because if you're creating your content on Facebook, you're doing the same thing that was going on there. You're sending them to a list of your competitors, because your competitors are buying ads on your content.
Yeah.
You're dragging them in.
I have been telling people to go to my website since 1996.
And he didn't even have a website in 1996.
Where's Waldo?
I did have a website. Thank you very much.
There you have it. Yes, you did.
Time service.
I didn't get my first website until 2000.
Yeah, I had
Time to check out the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, way back.
Yep, I built my first
All right,
website.
so moving on to Adam. Last week, you told us about a update that was making it impossible to print.
Yes.
But today we have great news. And not only did he told us that morning, right? And then by that afternoon, he goes, "I'm on my fourth call for the exact thing I talked about on Tech Shamans."
Yeah. Yeah. Last week, whatever we did on the episode, it manifested everything we talked about.
So let's talk about that.
It was scary.
So yeah, the Windows update that was causing the either the blue screen
That's
of death.
exactly what all these clients were looking
That
at. Right there.
you know what's funny is that's the same graphic we had for the printer
Yes.
error. Now this is the graphic for the patch.
Yes. How much longer? So basically, the KB download that was causing the issue was KB 5802 and 808. Those were causing an issue in the Windows updates. That was either you would print to a Kiersia printer or one of the high-end Office printers.
Right.
It was either causing a computer to reboot completely. Blue screen crash and reboot, which would, if depending on how you
Right.
have it set up, you'd lose all the stuff you worked.
Your hourly employees loved it.
Oh, it was a wonderful thing. If you had Dynamo printers, label printers were printing out completely blank, so at least it would waste a label, and some other devices would just print a blank page.
Right.
Certain printers didn't have an issue, some did. So if you had a computer that was rebooting because of this issue, Microsoft did release a patch. It is now KB 500-1567. Unfortunately, why I don't know, they decided to make this update optional. So if you want to fix the problem, you have to go in and go into your Windows updates, scan for new updates, and you'll find it under an optional update, a recommended optional update, and you will have to click on it and allow it to install. And if you have a standard hard drive in your computer, please understand it will take some time. So if you want to, install this update, try to do it at the end of the day. If you don't have to print anything for now, install the update. It will have to restart your computer, and it will correct the issue with your computer rebooting, and it will allow you to start printing all over again. And then life will be happy, and everybody can get back on to the doing their work. That's the whole point in having a computer. Is for it to do work for you,
No.
not to make your life a living hell.
No.
But yeah, this issue was really bad. And
Damn.
Again, like John said, we for the week before, we that our last show, we were having issues, but right after the show, I was on service call after service call, just correcting these issues and trying to get everybody
My printer won't print.
operating until they release this update.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so another thing we're going to talk about on your world is Acer reportedly hit with a $50 million ransomware attack.
And they are neither confirming nor denying that report at Acer.
Acer's like, that
So,
didn't
yeah,
happen
yeah.
to us.
No, they're not saying it didn't happen. They're just
They're not
neither
saying it did
confirming nor
happen.
denying.
So, yeah, they were reportedly hit with a $50 million ransom attack. Usually these ransom attacks is when the company's data
Right.
usually is encrypted.
Yep.
But first, before it's encrypted, they've already downloaded a database of the client's information, either what they store on their clients.
Right.
Usually, for like Acer would be like warranty information. For particular computers,
Right.
For clients, it would be, if they have like third parties, sellers, resellers, things like that, vendors, all that information would be gathered, and then it would be encrypted on Acer's platform and held ransom.
Which this is where the money comes in potentially, is if you've got a vendor, okay, that buys your Acer's computer, and they have a billing account that all you
Yes.
do is hit their card, okay, whenever they order, then that information is actually stored in the back end of your
It is.
computer.
Yes.
And so getting access to that, which this may have been a result of that whole Microsoft Exchange problem.
It could have been, yes.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact.
because it's awfully convenient timing.
It is. It is convenient timing. And this is sad because here it is. PC manufacturer.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
And they should be a little bit more safe. I mean,
Well, but hey, if this was Microsoft Exchange, this isn't on Acer. This is on Bill Gates. Okay, personally,
he's trying to take over the world.
he should give the other half of his fortune to all the
He
people that
kind
he's
of looks
harmed.
like Pinky.
Not
the brain.
Oh my God! But hang on a minute. Bezos as the brain. He's bald.
He's bald. Oh, this is great.
They're Pinky and the brain.
So I think
Noff.
I think in a case like this, most corporations large like this usually have a good set of backups, and probably the only reason why the information was leaked is probably that we know that this happened is because they probably don't have a good backup solution, and they probably haven't been able to get back online.
Right.
So it's probably continuing to.
Well, no. Well, the article I read says that they released some of the information, to them to show that they had copies of it.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything to their back end. They just said, we have everything. And so they sent them a sample. What happened was, and then now we're getting, we're starting to play telephone here, because you've got the company that spotted it out on the internet is now reporting back to this company. It was like a group in France spotted it. They then reported back to these reporters.
ZDNet?
ZDNet was reported from, and so it's like the whole thing is like ding, 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 ding. Who saw what and said what and what did it mean?
Guess what we found?
Exactly. And so, now you have, this reporting of the data breach is really what this is.
Yeah.
This is a ransom data breach. And apparently another company, where is it? Travelex, was attacked by the same group. It's
2020.
Revel in 2020. And they had a $6 million ransom that they paid out. What's nice is they did pay out $2.3 million, but they paid it out in Bitcoin. So as of right now, it's worth $7 million.
Right.
Oh, so this now it's become an investment scheme.
Exactly.
It's
a Ponzi scheme.
Is there insurance out there for your business in case you get?
Yes.
Yes, there is insurance. It's not
Yeah.
cheap. Definitely not cheap.
You pay them in
depends.
Bitcoin?
We
It's
use Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. All right.
business interruption.
So we're going to jump to a. Now you put this in here. A
did?
social platform built for good,
Ah, yes.
and I think it's called Checkmark.
Yes. Checkmark is, if I remember correctly, I was back on Neva there for a while, but Checkmark is doing things again a little differently, where they are, they simply are not data mining users,
Right.
It is again the.
Well, they're targeting individuals
Can't
looking
bear.
for upskills and progress in their careers.
Yes, it really is more of a professional search engine.
Right.
It's more competitive with LinkedIn
So
than it is with Google.
I'm just asking this
Yep.
question because this is where my brain goes. It says that they obtained $3 million in seed fund.
Right.
Now, is this going to be Trump's new platform?
You bring up something interesting. This is not. I'm really interested in what the hell that's going to be.
Right.
What is he going to pick up? What is he going? Is he going to go buy Gab?
The rumor mill is out
Okay.
there that he is starting his own
Right.
within 2 to 3 months.
Exactly. Well, that's semi-confirmed from inside the camp.
Yeah, to
but
build a whole platform from scratch.
Yep.
That's going to be.
Well, he's got the money to do it.
Well,
Yeah.
you can have the money. It still needs some time.
yeah, nope.
Well, look how fast. They came back already. They're back up and running. Parlor came.
Parlor's back. Oh yeah,
It took them 2 months.
Well, they
not even.
Yeah, but they had everything in the back end already built.
Trump gets to go buy something.
Well, no, they lost it all in the back end. They had all the code.
Yeah.
Okay. But honestly, I can go build a social media platform in an hour.
And be on
Okay.
Wisdom TV.
And boom, we're in.
Let's
we're
do
done.
it, guys.
I could technically get it up and running during a program while we were sitting here.
We will call it the Pink Elephant.
Pink elephant.
Talk tick.
Talk tick.
Talk tick. We're toxic.
Toxic.
TALKSICK, toxic.
Talk Ix. That's right.
No,
yes.
toxic.
You know, with this shot that what we just did, John, we did it right over the top of Anthony's head.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, that was great.
We did this.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, be that way. Just leave me out. I can't do anything down here. I'm nobody.
There we go.
Kumbaya,
That's a new box I did. I'm
my
like
Lord.
going, yeah.
I like this one. I like this
I'm
one
gonna
a
be
lot.
like, we're gonna be like
this is really
Fox.
cool.
I like this. This is pretty.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
cool because we can actually comment on what's on the screen.
Exactly. But anyway, so this is going to be a cool little.
I think it's going to be neat. It is really professionally oriented. It is. It looks like it's designed for business coaches.
I don't think it's going to
career
compete.
advice.
I don't think it's going to make Twitter and Facebook.
No,
and
not at
LinkedIn
all. Not at all.
shaking their
It's
boots
just
or anything.
You know, we are reaching a point now where the democratization has really created a mess of products.
Right.
What's the best one? What's going to be the new one? What's going to happen? And does this not feel like 20 years ago?
Yep.
When with the dot-com bubble?
Yeah.
When everybody's like, oh my God, what's going to be the next best thing? What do I buy into? What is, Ask Jeeves versus Google versus, I mean, all these things that were out there that were huge names at the times that we can't even remember now.
Will Facebook become the new MySpace?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Exactly. I was also watching something on the democratization of music and so on, and how, even though you have Spotify, in which anybody can basically get their music on Spotify and start making money on it, 1% of the music makers still account for 90% of the listens.
You know, the newer generation is what is going to drive the big change. And, they've already moved away from a lot of those, Facebook type platforms.
They have, but the problem,
all about
all
pictures
they're going to
and
do
following.
is find the next Facebook to go to, and then 90% of them are going to be there.
Right. They're all going to be taking pictures and falling off the sides of the cliffs for,
Right. So that's a great story. Okay, you led me right into the next story, right? So all you people out there that are following all these Instagrammer influencers and stuff, the story came out from The Bite. I like The Bite I like watching I go to their site. A young female Twitter star turns out to be a 50-year-old man using deep fake, right? So this was hilarious. I'm trying to find the Zangu is the guy's name, a 50-year-old Japanese. The man behind the Twitter account that came clean to his deceptions on a Japanese TV show Monday. Wow. Saying that the Face app, you can use Face app and other editing tools to create a female persona. And there's the image. There's actually, if you'll go to that site and scroll down, you can actually see
side by side
of what he did.
Can we zoom in?
You don't want to,
but we don't want it. That's scary.
That is scary. Never mind.
So this guy had a huge following.
Yep.
Wow.
But using the deep fake technology, next thing you know, I always say that. That I love that movie.
Oh, good. Look at this.
Oh, God have mercy.
There we go.
Right?
Yep.
Look at the people like, what?
How long was that account running for?
It doesn't say in the report.
Long enough to get
to
24,000 followers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So I watched. We all watched it. Did you watch that movie Ready Player One?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Remember how they were going to go meet up in real life and blah blah.
Right.
And the one guy was saying, "Yeah, it could be a 50-year-old guy living in his mama's basement. His name Bob." Well, there you go.
There you go.
There's Bob.
Hey, Bob.
I tell you what, this software that's out there that can do all this is just mind-boggling good.
Well, this is going to be this, and this is where I've always come to say, from the beginning, the internet is fake.
Oh yeah.
You can be whatever you want to be. Social media, you can be whatever you want to be, whoever you want to be. Now that you have virtual reality, people coming into virtual reality meeting rooms and stuff like that. I mean, look, I just read an article where A virtual house was just sold for $500,000. Okay?
Virtual
So
house.
think about it. You know, somebody came up with the idea that, you know, there was not enough, you know, homes and stuff like that in the virtual world. Obviously, there's, you know, different furnishings and things like that people make all the time, but they never really made a house until somebody built a real estate and sold it.
Right.
So just think where the technology is going to go. You can be anybody now with the advent of the deep fake, or even layering on. For instance, a few weeks back, we spoke about that the
AI software.
the AI software,
Yep.
the engine. Just imagine
Unreal
putting
Engine.
that, using that skin over a virtual representation of
Yeah.
yourself. I mean, look, you can be anybody you want to be. When it comes to the internet, it is fake, people. Please learn.
Don't buy into the stuff. I'm gonna jump over real quick. So, because
I saw that.
did you get a brand new phone? You were 12.
No, I've skipped the 12. I'm waiting.
I
for
do
the
have the 12,
13,
right?
If
And so
it's
Apple,
an unlucky number, I don't know.
Apple's been fined $2 million in Brazil for selling iPhone 12s without the charger.
You know, their whole thought was everybody has a charger, so why waste the money?
Yeah, got
Well-
that, but no, not everybody had the money.
Yeah,
And in Brazil, $2 million is like huge right now.
you know, it's just like, yes, I bought my phone and
Brazil's
I
gonna
used
keep
it. It died the next day, and I couldn't even use it anymore. What do I do?
Right.
Sue Apple.
They got the money.
Of
right?
course.
And I know we're running out of time here, and I'm gonna
Yep,
jump on some
pop 'em
funny
through.
stuff right here. Okay, so M&M's, Mars. Right?
Yes.
Right. This is so cool. We actually have a video of it to it. They made an M&M's robot that chases you around the store with candy.
Oh my gosh,
That's
it's a
all you
dream
need.
come true.
I mean, as long as they're going to give me candy, that's great.
I just need one to chase me around the house with Guinness.
Oh, it's chasing you.
Ooh, that would
Look,
be-
it's packaged and waiting for you to buy it.
Rob, there it is, right there. There's the video.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's got price labels on it. Get away from me.
It's basically a walking kiosk is all it is.
Yeah, that's a funny idea. Could you imagine going to a grocery store and vendors installing these in there to sell their
They're like
products?
stalking you.
You know, you turn
Oh my
around
God.
and it's
hey,
like,
honey, I'm going to the store. Do you want to get stalked?
Okay, so this gives.
Oh my God! It adds a whole new meaning to
Meaning to
stalking the
stalking.
shelves.
Or I mean,
you know,
we don't stock the shelves. We
Candy
stock the
little girl.
customers.
Candy little girl.
could you imagine
Candy
the
little girl?
aisles? Could you imagine the aisles all with these robots, and you walk down the aisle, and then the whole aisle just starts coming behind you to follow you? What?
Hey, buy me. No, buy me. I'm better than you.
Oh,
that
what
would
the
be-
heck movie was that where they had all the magnetized mines that follow the ship? Oh, Galaxy Quest. Yeah, that's what it is. All the robots are going to look. I already get creeped out in the freezer section when
they
you walk
turn
down
off-
along and the
they
lights
turn
start
on and
coming
off,
on as
yeah.
you're walking by. I'm like, did I? What
The coupons pull out by themselves?
Yeah.
No, I
Well,
don't want
that's
that.
what's
But
what's
now
gonna happen.
imagine like the store follows you home.
They're going to put these little bitty, little bitty screens, and as you walk by, hey, buy me. I'm really good.
I know
for
that's
no,
wait,
don't
no,
buy
this.
them.
No,
They're
don't
bad
you want to
for
buy this?
you.
Hey, buddy, buy this.
You go
Can
buy
just
the
imagine?
burritos and next thing you know, Pepto Bismol ad starts
Yeah.
following you around.
You're going to buy that. You need to buy this.
Hey,
Oh my God!
Oh my God. So hey, do you guys use Clubhouse in any way, shape, or form?
I've been meaning to look into it. What's going on?
Well, they're being investigated by the French for internet watchdog following a complaint over data privacy.
Imagine that data
VVV.
privacy. Yeah. Well, you want to talk about data privacy problems? Look at what Google's going through with Chrome.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that is also in there, and we
have
got a
they
couple
gotten any
minutes. Can we
further?
hit on that
Where's
one?
that
Doug?
one at?
We talked about that last week, didn't we?
No, there's something new in here. I thought
There's
that
more?
yes,
go
they
find
actually did a full reveal
Did they get out of the
and-
alphabet and go into the Greek alphabet?
Yeah, there is no area that Google deems off limits. Their business model is not to provide you search results. It's not da-da-da-da-da. Their business model is 100% to gather your data, and anything they put out as a product is simply bait to do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I didn't get
They're
that
a
one in here. I should
data
have.
gathering company.
So
Okay,
data
and so
photos,
Chrome,
Google Photos.
Chrome as a browser, never use it because Chrome is nothing but a data farming
all I use.
device.
So what's a Chromebook then?
A book made of Chrome.
Chrome.
No, it literally
Maze.
is nothing but a data gathering device for a company that sells your data. Everything, they've flipped it around. They are not providing a service. They are providing bait. And that's how
Okay,
they
Google.
design everything. I mean, how many times did we see Google come out with new products? They launch this, they try that, they do this. They don't care. Why? Because they aren't actually committed to giving you a product.
You are the product.
They are trying to see if new things. It's like Procter and Gamble,
Right.
okay, launching a new dish soap. They don't care what color it is, what the ingredients are. They care if you buy it.
Yeah.
Because that is the only transaction that matters. And when they went through and they had to checkbox everything, Google's like, sorry, you got us.
Well, that's why
this is all we do.
That's why they had to get rid of the Google Glass, because it showed how powerful that
Yes.
The
how
data
powerful
gathering
that
thing
data,
is.
data
Yes.
gathering is going to be.
Yes.
Right.
And everybody spotted it. Oh, you got the glass, you got to take them off. And then Google's like, wow, we got to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk
Yes.
about real quick. It was like,
Quick.
have you ever been in a Zoom meeting and want to get out? Now you can,
yeah.
right? Okay, Zoom escapes. You can literally, you have to install a VB cable, which is a virtual AB cable type of thing. And then you can literally make this thing be like a dog bark or your crying baby, or there's other tricks there. So you can say, I got to go. Someone's at the door. I don't know what happened, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
My
But
mom
nobody's
just
supposed to
called.
be here.
Ring, ring.
No, I like the one where you just go,
Click.
Oh, yeah, you freeze yourself.
Except for the sound in the background still going, damn it.
what's
you
the
hit mute.
noise?
Hit mute.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Do the...
Max,
can you... I'm trying...
Start doing Max Headroom.
Anyway, hey, so look, I think I hear the dog barking. We got to go. Thanks for watching today. Tech Shamans at WeBeamTV.com. If you've got any
Yes.
questions for us or you want to make fun of us, I don't care either way.
that's
But hey,
funny.
look, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We have great other shows coming on WeBeam TV today. Make sure you stay tuned and watch, and we will see everybody next week. Have a techie week.
Bye, y'all.
See it.
We got the plans, cause we are the Tech Shamans. We understand, cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.